Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ladies, gentlemen, gamers, and fellow League of Legends lovers, it is nearly 1 a.m. I am late, but I am a working man, so I hope you will forgive me. Either way, we are here once again, your favorite capybara VTubing 2D reactor, back once again, an old man of League of Legends, I would even say. An old man in general at the ripe age of 27 now. We are back once again at the witching hour, the dead of the night, to react to not one, but two new League videos. So this came out 13 hours ago, although that's probably a little bit more so because I haven't refreshed the videos here. But we have two trailers. We have a new Battlefield, Spirit Blossom Beyond 2025, Koeshins Crossing ARAM trailer, which, I think that kind of spoils a little bit here. And then we have ARAM, Inting, and more for the new dev update. So this is where every so often I go over these. I actually like going over these a lot more than I love doing patch notes, although I don't really love doing patch notes anymore. But that's besides the point. Being an old man of League and being kind of a, I'll say for now, retiree of League, even though who knows if I'm ever going to come out of retirement. But I used to be a real demon, a real devil, a real dastardly dog when it came to League of Legends. I peaked Emerald. I could have made it Diamond, but I just stopped because it's League of Legends. I think most people will understand what that means. And now I'm just kind of chilling at like Platinum level. Still very good compared to a lot of the population, but definitely my prime days are a little behind me, so to say. But regardless, I still played League for about, I want to say a decade, if not over a decade at this point. So I have some pretty good insights, pretty good know-how, and I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I have to say. But we're kind of spoiling a little bit of what they're going to say in the dev update. I don't know what order to watch this. I literally don't know anything of what's going to happen in this at all. I saw that on TikTok today at work, that they did the new dev update. I was like, oh shit. I scrolled past and I was like, I got to save this for later on. I didn't know later on would be almost 1 a.m., but here we are, live at Twitch TV/Tecnics channel. So, without further ado, because I don't want to be here all night, I have work soon, and I have other things to do as well. Let's attempt to try and make this reaction quick, informative, sweet, and cool. Let's take a look here. Oh! I'm assuming we're getting a new ARAM map. Oh, I love how they're animating it. I'll be honest though, this new system, and this is no secret to anyone. Oh god, is that a Kali? Who is that? Or is that Irelia? Let me wait before I speak. Oh, who is that? New Zen or new champion? Oh, what the fuck? They just spawned a mountain. Oh, look, it is Xin Zhao. He's fighting the spirits. Oh, who's that girly? Is that the new champion? Oh, I thought that was Talia for a second. What the hell? Oh, that is the new champion. Oh, I'm not gonna lie. Wait, this is fucking ARAM? Huh? What? No. No way. Oh, we're seeing some of the new skins too. Holy shit. Was that a Aphelios? Please tell me we're getting an Aphelios legendary. We have a Zyra here, but we already knew this. Oh, a Kali. Wait, so why is that little teleport thing there? What the fuck is that? Yeah, that has to be Aphelios. Oh my god, we're getting Kale too? Nidalee? Wow, I thought that was Dawnbringer for a second. Obviously, the Ashkin we have out. Morgana? Ooh. Please don't tell me that's another legendary from Morg. Oh! The Butcher's Bridge! Wait, they're bringing that shit back? What? That's not Spirit Blossom at all. Wow. So, very interesting stuff here. Very, very interesting. General reaction at first here. This thing is, I mean, I don't understand the cinematic here, right? And there's a lot to unpack, and I could probably make a 10-minute reaction out of this shit. But I'll try and keep it short because we actually have like the 30-minute reaction right here coming in soon. So, initial opinions. The map looks absolutely stunning, absolutely fucking beautiful. I didn't even realize this was ARAM. I mean, I knew it was ARAM because, they said it, but I couldn't comprehend it at first. My mind was like shitting itself. This shit, and obviously that has to do with the cinematic they just showed. It's like dark versus light, Azakana versus like Spirit Blossom. This thing is creepy as shit. Dude, this thing looks crazy. Now, I will say it looks similar kind of to the new Bandle City map with Brawl, but the art is really fucking good. It kind of looks almost similar to Rift in a way, but this is where I have a very, very big sneaking suspicion, and I swear to God, I'm not like reading the script earlier or anything, but if this is right, and I really think it is, because they showed Butcher's Bridge, either a couple things are happening, and I've said all of these, so I'm gonna stroke my wiener here because I think I'm right, and I'm usually right. It just takes time, unless Riot lies. What I have been saying for so long, and what people have wanted, and what people already do in the custom community, is map skins. We've had multiple map skins in ARAM. We've had Butcher's Bridge, Bridge of Progress with Piltover versus On, and now we're getting Spirit Blossom, and obviously we have the regular one for regular ARAM. The best one, in my opinion, is this one. This one is great. Now, people have wanted custom map skins, and they do it themselves. The custom community makes it, and sometimes I would argue they make it better than Riot, but Riot really cracked down on it, and they made it a lot harder, at least for Summoner's Rift, if not for other things too, with the whole new client and with, I forgot what their new anti-cheat is called, but it's like the kernel level one that everyone freaked out about. A lot of this stuff made custom stuff harder. Not impossible, because nothing's impossible, but it made it a lot harder. So this is where, at the very least for ARAM, these are the options, and they could do this for Rift too. They could either A, put the maps on a rotating thing, either make it kind of like Apex Legends or other games where every 30 minutes the map changes for everyone that's queuing up, or just have it be random. I think random is the best, honestly. But this is where, the dark dimension solution is you could just buy it. If you buy it and then you put it on, it's specific to you and everyone else can have a different map. Now, if they really want to take this even farther, right, and this is the kind of thing I was wondering here, I don't know if this is going to be the case for all ARAM maps, but these portals are new, right? The bushes, have always been there. This little waterway here, this little, I would say invisible wall, realistically, that stops you from going. You have to go through the bushes now. I really, really like that. I actually like that a lot. And now it makes more sense why they have the portal down here. It's so you could get in there without face checking the fucking bushes. So, excuse me, I'm wondering if that's specific to the Spirit Blossom map, Koeshins Crossing, which, who the fuck is even Koeshin? Who knows? Or is this going to be in every ARAM map going forward? Is this like the big ARAM update? And if it is, I'm very happy. I haven't played ARAM in a hot minute because Brawl is out and Brawl is so much shorter. And typically you want to play ARAM if you don't want to spend too much time anyway. But ARAM, in my opinion, and I've said this before, should be the place where balance is thrown out the window because it's random. A perfectly balanced game is perfectly unfun. So this is where they do try to generally balance it, which I think is bordering on okay. But this is where I'm really curious if the other maps, and the real one I'm looking at is Bridge of Progress, if they're going to have their own unique gameplay elements they bring back. Because Bridge of Progress had like weird buffs you could get if you pick up the healing shrines, the healing orbs right next to the towers. So I don't know if they're changing it, all maps, or if each map has its own gimmick, and if they're going to update Butcher's Bridge and what is the regular one called? Howling Abyss. I don't know. Either way, I hope they do, because that would make the maps more unique too. It would add a little twist, and it's still random. Hopefully, it's still random if they decide to go with random pick each game instead of like a rotating schedule. Because then you could be like, oh, I only like the gimmick on Spirit Blossom. I'm only gonna wait to queue up on Spirit Blossom. I really hope that's not the case. Although it would give a lot of agency, but you're going into ARAM to not have agency, relatively. But either way, the skins were cool. I'm sure we'll see more of them, but I can try and look at them a little bit more here. But so far, I am very, very excited. Again, I don't know what's going on with the cinematic. We do see the new champion here a little bit. I forgot what role she even is, because that's how, not tuned in I'm in. I am in. But I swear to God, this looks like Talia's little sister. I hate her eyebrows, though. Zin, to me, I hope they give him an ASU. He looks so cool. Like, he looks old, but he looks, like, strong. This girl, I don't know who the fuck she is. But let's see. So we see a little bit of the in-game, too. So she has, like, ball sacks following her. I don't know what she is. But let's take a look here. Who do we have? So we have Master Yi, which I believe that's an old skin. We have... Who the fuck is this jumping in here? Is that Jax? Who is that? Oh, no, is that Hui? That might be Hui. Okay, more and more I think that's Hui. In the back, I have no... Oh, though, that's Zed. Oh. Yeah, so Hui gets violated. The fucking... Oh, damn, she's stacking her balls. It almost reminds me of Aphelios a little bit, ironically enough, right? So she's stacking her sacks. Ooh, okay. Pretty interesting. Dude, the dark side of the map looks so cool. This map looks good. Let's look at it with the critical eye. So the healing orbs are still there. Dude, Zed looks weird. It looks like he has goggles. So who was that? That was Lux. And you know what's ironic? It is crazy that they're shitting on the Lux skin because that's the prestige Lux skin from the Battle Pass. And that's like the, you know, the final track reward too. So the fact that they're shitting on it is funny. Because I was saying this earlier in the beginning. I hate new league. I hate the new system they've gone. Aside from the chest, which is the best iteration of chest we've had in almost ever. I think the new Battle Pass system, and I've said this ad nauseum, so I'm a broken record at this point. But in case this is your first video, I guess it's useful. This is where the new Battle Pass system, compared to like the old one, is just terrible. They took away your agency, they took away potential rewards. If you don't like the end skin, you know, what are you really grinding for? A lot of the skins in there are just kind of lackluster, and instead of getting orbs, you are forced to get those skins for champions you might not even play. It took away so much agency, and my big conspiracy theory is Riot said that whole thing about, oh, chests are the problem, free-to-plays are the problem. I think they did that to kind of take our attention away from how they just made a lot of other things worse. Not everything, because they brought chests back and they made it better than ever, but you always have to question, did they take it away just to give it back and have us be thankful for it? Who knows? I don't want to get too crazy here, but a lot of current day League, in a lot of ways that really mattered, aka the Battle Pass, really have gone to shit. And it's extremely saddening. It's making me question, ever since the passes came out, God knows how many years ago, over 5 years ago, I have grinded every single pass in this game. Every single one I've bought, I've grinded. For regular League. TFT, no, not really. But for regular League of Legends, I've bought every single pass. Even the other shitty ones from Noxus. I don't know if I want to keep buying these, honest to God, because finally my RP ran out. But also because I don't know if they're worth it. It's so bad. But that's another thing. That's another thing. Either way, so we have Zed. Where the fuck did Aphelios come from here? Wait, let me see this again. Was he in the bush? Wait, where the fuck was he? Am I blind? Hold on. I really feel like I'm blind here. Or did he come from the teleport thing? Oh, I think he did. Wait, no, did he? Hold on. Let me use my mouse here. So, yeah, he teleported in and then Zed insta-ulted him. Oh, we get a nice view of Zed there. It's in-game. Let me see. Let me see that. Ugh. I mean, he has a horn, but ugh. You know what's so sad? Or so sad? Zed is not played and not as good as nearly he was. I remember back in the day, in Season 4 and 5, you used to be fucking you used to get probably mad girls if you were good at Zed. Now people look at you and like, why are you playing that guy? So we have Akali here, Zyra, Yone. Again, not all these skins are new. I'm very curious to see if the Zyra one is legendary. Based on the animations, and I'm scared to say this because what does it even show? Degrading quality, just like the past. It might not be a legendary, but I don't know because legendaries share animations now with base sometimes. That Xayah skin. Anyway, so who do we have here? We have Hui. I think that's Karma, and then who's here at the bottom? Oh, and that was Riven too. Okay, so that's Karma 2, and then that's Nidalee. Okay, I saw all those. Then Kale. Kale's a cool one. Nidalee, Lux, Varus. Ooh, I think that's an old one too, though. Ashe and Morg. Morg honestly might be the new legendary, which is sad. It looks cool though, but it's sad she's getting another one. Then obviously Butcher's Bridge. Okay, cool. We really didn't have to do that deep dive, but I wanted to. Alright, let's not fuck around. Let's be quick. Let's see the dev update and talk our fucking asses off. Hi, Pa, bro. Oh, and there's no meddler.
Hello, gamers. I'm Pabro, and with me is a longtime rider and fellow dev, Brett.
Hey everyone, I'm
Hi,
Brett,
Brett.
also known as Frost, and I'm the product lead here on League of Legends.
He has some big shoes to fill. Fucking Brett.
It's Monday, May
I love Pabro though.
19th, and we're here to talk to you all about
He looks like a
the
bro,
awesome stuff we
literally.
got coming. But first, we have a little something to kick off the second act, so
Whoa!
enjoy.
I literally just saw this. God fucking damn it. Alright, let's keep going.
Hey everyone, I'm Riot Cadmus.
What
Long
the?
time no see, gamers.
Where's
I'm Riot.
Pabro?
We're here to talk a bit more about the ARAM changes that you just saw. In Act 2,
These actually
we're
look
gonna be
amazing.
adding
I'm not
multiple
gonna
maps
lie.
to ARAM.
Let's
After champ
go!
select, when you
Let's
load in,
go!
You'll randomly get one of 3 maps.
Yes! Wait, so they're not bringing back Bridge of Progress? It's only gonna be Howling Abyss, Butcher's Bridge, and then whatever the fuck this is called, like Shen's one?
The classic Howling Abyss.
Wow.
An old favorite, the Butcher's Bridge.
Wow.
And an all-new Spirit Blossom
Koeshins.
map, Koeshins Crossing.
I said
Our
Shen.
goal with introducing more maps to
Wait,
ARAM
what about Bridge of Progress?
is to bring more excitement and variety to each game without fundamentally changing what you all love about the mode.
I think this is
That said-
genius, and I have been saying this for, if not months, then years. I've quite literally been saying this in my patch note videos.
We do have some unique additions
They have to hire me.
to the new maps that we want to go over.
Oh,
We'll start with the newest map. The most notable change we've added,
This looks
other
so
than
good.
the whole visual reskin, are the Spirit Blossom portals.
Okay.
We'll be replacing hex gates.
Those aren't
but
really
we won't
new.
just have them take you from your base to your outermost turret.
that's good.
We also added some portals to the center of the map.
Whoa, whoa,
you can
whoa,
use them
whoa.
to try to make the
What the? Was that August? That was a picture of Riot August. Dude, I love Riot August. His TikToks are so funny. I don't know if he makes any anymore, but he's hilarious.
Play of a lifetime, or simply get outplayed. We can't wait to
Wow,
see the
that is
creative ways
ass.
you'll find to use them.
Oh,
Addition-
see, that's the scariest part about using these. What if there's people just waiting in the bush to fuck you?
Additionally, we made some terrain adjustments to the middle of the map.
Yeah, they
to
really
make fights
did.
feel a little bit different
Is
than
this
we do in
only
Howling
for this
Abyss,
map,
while still
though?
remaining an all-out
Wait,
ARAM
what
system.
happens to the portals?
Just to
Oh no,
manage
they're still there.
expectations,
I saw
We're
them.
experimenting with this as a season-themed map.
No.
So let us know how you like
No,
it.
you bitch.
Moving over to the Butcher's Bridge. We know a lot of longtime ARAM enjoyers have
And you know what's sad? I think Butcher's Bridge is cool, but I still think Bridge of Progress looks so much better because it's modern. Like, I really do miss Bridge of Progress.
fond memories of the old event map, and so do we. It's something that many
Hey,
of you have asked us to bring
GP.
back.
So we're bringing it back.
And
Nice,
we even
finally.
killed gameplay
Where the fuck is Ascension? All you young bloods won't know what that even is, man. Ascension was the shit.
link again.
I don't know how it even worked today.
We're much of a not.
Oh, oh,
No.
Dude, the first time they did this, they
Welcome
really
back
did
to
kill
the scenic haunting
Gangplank.
depths of Bilgewater, where you can become a pirate and maybe enjoy
Arg.
a power flower or two. Inspired by Arena, these power flowers
Oh,
refund your cargo,
oh, so each
and
map
give you
does
some
have
healing,
unique
but
shit.
they won't heal you. They grow in a new, small alcove located in the center of the bridge.
GP
We
just
added them to
fucked
be a new
that
incentive to
auction.
start
That's
fights, similar to health
crazy.
relics, which should keep things from being too stale for too long.
Yeah, so every
Don't worry,
map
though,
is
they aren't
different.
as
Oh
powerful as they are in
shit.
Arena, so they shouldn't impact the outcome of a fight.
Dude, in
unless
Arena, they were literally make or break. It was so funny. Instead of fighting the enemy, you'd ignore them and just go for the flower. It was actually hilarious.
it comes down to the smallest of margins. We also added cannons to both spawns.
Nice.
Because are you really a pirate if you don't have cannons?
Okay, cool. So each map has good differences. I
These
like
cannons
this.
aren't just good at getting you
Yo,
around
he
the
keeps
map.
unzipping
They're
his
also
fucking
a more
shirt,
interesting
yo.
and aggressive
See,
way.
I love this. I love when they include like not cringe and not like severely like self-aware comedy. Like I don't know what the right way to say it is, but like I don't know if the right word is meta. They're not too meta with it. Like they're very like yeah, they know it's a joke, we know it's a joke, but it's not like shoved up our assholes. So that's actually pretty good.
To get back into the action and knock enemies up where you land.
Fucking hate this cannon. This
Their
reminds me of
range will
fucking
depend on your
AR
furthest
Earth.
standing tower, which means if your inhibitor's down and the enemy is pushing in on you for the win, you could take
Oh
advantage
my
of the cannons to
God.
get a 5-person knock-up, setting up your
Oh
Yasuo with
my
an amazing ultimate
God.
to turn the tables on the enemy team.
Damn.
Last, but certainly not least, we have the Howling Abyss.
So what's special about this
This
one?
is something us ARAM mains
Nothing?
call home. And because so
They
many of
keeping
you
it the
love the
same?
map as it is today, we didn't make any changes to it.
Okay, it's
Like
your
we
vanilla.
Said, we wanted to
Okay.
preserve the core ARAM experience, and we think
Nice.
that keeping Howling Abyss untouched will help with that.
I think that's
We
fair.
also
Honestly,
wanted to talk
this is
about a
fine.
non-map related change that we have coming to ARAM.
Oh?
Champion cards.
What?
One
Huh?
long-standing piece of player feedback
What is
we've heard
this?
is that the amount of champions you can choose from in each game
Too
feels
big.
a little inconsistent. It
Yes, yes. This is a big one. I swear to God, it's not really ARAM. It's randomly choose a certain like pool of champs you use. I have a lot of champs in this game. Again, I've been playing the game for over 10 years. I have a lot of champions in this shit. I keep getting these same people, and I don't get why. Now, granted, I like a lot of them. Asol, Twitch, they're all good. Jinx especially. And I'm like, damn, I'm getting a lot of my mains. How is this possible?
It would be frustrating if your teammates leave some rerolls on the table and you're stuck with 2 to 3 champs on the bench.
You know what I just realized, and it took me a little bit to realize this? Right to the left of the guy wearing the August shirt, they blurred out whoever that is in the background. But they didn't. That yellow thing next to them is blurred out, right where my mouse is like circling, if you guys could see that. This is where I think that's SpongeBob, and they have to blur out SpongeBob for copyright. That's hilarious.
Bench to choose from. So, in order to give you all more options more
And listen, the game is not small. There's a lot of champions.
consistently, we're removing the reroll system and
Huh?
replacing it with champion cards.
This is insane.
When you enter champ
What?
select, you'll be presented with 2 champs to choose from. You'll have a bit of time to pick one, at which point the other will go to the bench. This guarantees you'll get at least 10 champs to choose from in any lobby.
Oh, so everyone... Okay, wait. This is actually crazy. So the biggest problem with the current iteration is people sit on their rerolls because you have to earn them. So at a certain point, you really don't get to experience a lot of variety depending on the other people. You're at their mercy, essentially. You're begging for rerolls. This completely eliminates that. This is actually insanely smart. What?
And if you get lucky, you'll be given 3 champs to pick from.
Huh?
We considered always giving 3 options, but that might lead to getting some champs too reliably. And who wants
Yeah.
Italy, Ziggs, or Xerath in every one of
Yeah, oh my god, wait, they're actually smart. They're actually cooking. What the
their
fuck?
games?
Is this
Going
right
forward,
games?
We want to make sure that all of you ARAM mains know how much we appreciate you.
This is actually crazy because at a certain point in time, we had game modes like Ascension, we had game modes like Crystal Scar, we had game modes like Twisted Tree Line, as well as ARAM. There was a lot of game modes. Now, Ascension was rotating. I'm not going to lie. Ascension was limited. But Crystal Scar was permanent, Twisted Tree Line was permanent, and slowly but surely, Riot removed all these things. Riot took out, I believe, Crystal Scar first, and they left Twisted Tree Line. For those of you who don't know, Crystal Scar was like a huge-ass map where you had to like run around and do objectives on. It was really interesting. Again, I don't know how these things would hold up today, but Twisted Tree Line, I think, is criminal that they haven't added that back in the game. I think if they give it like a good coat of paint, polish it up, bring it up to modern standards, I do believe Twisted Tree Line can still survive. For those of you who don't know, Twisted Tree Line was a 3v3 game mode. It was iconic. It was really, really fun. This is where it had Vile Maw, and again, I'm probably putting things like all above people's heads here, so I'll kind of show it off too. This is Twisted Tree Line. Little history lesson from Grandpa here in League of Legends. But this is Twisted Tree Line. I love the colors. This was basically like a darkish map. It was in like a forest. It was in the Twisted Tree Line. It was so cool looking to me. Like, I really, really like this map. And the best part is, it had Vile Maw. This was like the Baron equivalent to this map. Not as strong as Baron, but still decently powerful. So, in the old lore, Elise used to serve this thing, by the way. Elise was like this thing's bitch. But regardless, this is where, if they brought this up to modern standards, I feel like people would enjoy a 3v3 shit now. But sadly, they don't do it. So, it is what it is. Either way, let's keep going.
And we'll think of ways to keep ARAM feeling fresh and loved.
Oh, but I was going to say, I didn't even finish the thought. This is where ARAM players were very scared because we're not treated how we are today. Back in the day, they took out Crystal Scar. Okay, you know, we're ARAM, we're fine. They took out Twisted Tree Line. Oh shit, it's like your neighbor just got shot in front of you. Like, oh my god, am I next? Thankfully, they never got rid of ARAM, but they got rid of everything fucking else, too. And there was a huge push from the community to make Earth, or at least AR Earth, permanent. There was a lot of push from the community to make certain game modes permanent, and Riot came out and said, here's the stats. You guys say you want it, but not many of you actually do because it falls off. The only thing that never fell off was ARAM. Twisted Tree Line apparently fell off. Crystal Scar hella fall off, I'll tell you that. As fun as it was not something played consistently. So this is where back then, I don't know if League has gained more players since then. I'm sure they have because it's literally been so long and League has gone popular. I don't know if it's stagnated, but the main thing being, I really think at least Twisted Treeline can exist at the same time. But as long as we keep getting the rotating game modes like Brawl and something else at always the same time, like there's no downtime, I guess it's okay. But I am glad that we are getting these updates to ARAM. I'm actually shocked by the level of this.
If you thought the Bridge of Progress, for example,
Very,
had too
very
many
surprising.
changes, this should be quite a bit less, as we focus mostly on slightly altering the map shape, as opposed to introducing more drastic changes like Snowball, Health Relic buffs, inhibitor rewards, and so on. Going forward, we don't want to make these changes in isolation, but it is going to take some testing and learning to get them right.
We're looking for your feedback to know what you enjoy.
Yo, I feel
What
like
we
the
get right
ARAM people are
and what
going to
we
give a
can improve.
lot of
So
feedback.
please,
This is
keep talking
crazy
to us so we
good.
can continually build and
I
improve
feel like this is going to
on
get
the modes all of
stroked.
you love.
We think that this new map pool will be a fun and exciting addition to ARAM,
Just
but we
cracked my
want
neck.
to get your feedback first
Bro,
before
the
we
feedback
commit
is
to
gonna be
making this change
great.
permanent.
They need to
As a
make it
reminder,
permanent.
Brawl is currently live.
Fuck
so
Brawl.
Please make sure you go give it a try.
I
That's it
have
from us.
enough.
As always, thanks for playing, and we'll see you in ARAM.
Dude, ARAM is so good.
All right. As you
Shocking.
can probably tell by now, we're still deep in the Spirit Blossom.
And I'll always say this, it's not hitting the same as the other ones. I don't think events in my mind, and again, I sound like the League Unk, the League Grandpa, I don't think these events in my mind will ever be as good as the old ones. The old ones actually had personality and flair. These ones aren't completely soulless, but it feels so much more corporate, so much more like, yeah, you know, it's part of a formula, it's copy-paste. It's really not that good, man.
Festival, and almost
like
everything
they
this
don't
season
try
has
as much
ties to the
anymore.
massive bloom, or wild bloom as it's called in Ionia, from the new ARAM map to the increased spirit blossoms on Summoner's Rift, and even our next champion,
Ooh.
Yanara.
Yunara, what is she? She looks crazy. She almost looks like a goat person. What the
Get
fuck
into
is on her
specifics
head?
about Yunara right now. She's still not coming out for a
She's actually hot.
few more patches,
Okay, I don't know her age. She's cute.
but we do want to confirm that she's a traditional ADC.
Oh! I was scared to think that. Oh my god, and she's traditional? Oh my god.
With a core focus on auto attack.
Yes!
We brought in a bunch of content creators and influencers from around the world to get a sneak preview of her gameplay. And
Please.
you'll get a full reveal of her kit with these creators in just 2 weeks.
You fuckheads!
And similar to Mel, Yunara will be earnable by completing a few missions.
Let's fucking go!
Outside of core gameplay, we'll be releasing another metagame this act.
Oh? Like the card game?
It's a 2.5D side-scrolling beat-em-up featuring,
Wait, what? Yunara?
you guessed it, Yanara
Oh.
alongside Xin Zhao.
Oh.
While you dodge, punch, kick, slide, and fight.
See, I think these are cool. I think the card game was extremely cool. Not my cup of tea because I don't really care about card games too much. If they ever introduce a roguelike or something like excuse me, I mean I guess this is a roguelike. Like Vampire Survivors, they better make that shit permanent before I lose my shit. Like we need Swarm again, man. Swarm was, oh my god, Swarm was the shit.
Fight, you'll get to experience more of this season's story and learn more about the mysterious Wild Bloom. We saw some feedback around the Demon's Hand, around having to grind a ton of League games to progress, so this one is more self-contained.
I actually like that fact that you have to grind League to like potentially get better stuff. You didn't need it, but some of it did help. It's the same thing in Arena. When they brought back Arena, the more you played Arena, the more augments you unlocked, and people could make the argument, oh, people who play more have an advantage because those augments I don't have. Those augments weren't game breaking, they weren't OP, you know, mostly. So it's like the argument doesn't really hold up, but it's another option, which you could say is an advantage. I think it was fine because at the end of the day, it's a PvE game mode, the card game, but also because it's a PvE game mode, at that point, why do you want to play the PvP? Which, I mean, you know, why are you coming to League? I doubt it's only for the card game.
That means you can play the entire story without playing League matches in between.
I swear to God, one of the problems they need to fix, and if they ever do this, I don't care if they steal my idea, I'll suck them off for it too, even though I still want credit, and maybe some payment. This is where all these little metagames, all these little things are cool. Obviously, the client is still the client. It's still a little buggy, but it's leaps and bounds from what it used to be, I'll tell you that. They need to find a way to let us do something while we're in queue. Some of these queues are so long. If they can make a client where we can do these little metagames, where they have multiple and we can just choose and play with our friends or just play by ourselves, I don't know. Just make it so we can do something in queue. Please, to dear God.
But wait, that's not all.
Oh,
Whoa.
Would it really be Spirit Blossom without a way to befriend some spirits?
No way we're getting a fucking dating sim again. No way.
If you know what I mean? That's right.
What was that face?
We've got a spiritual successor for Spirit Bonds.
That was the dating sim.
Just a bit smaller in scale this
Dear
time.
God. Oh,
This year's version will allow you to connect with some new spirits and earn their favor by simply playing League and completing
Okay.
champion-specific missions. And when
okay.
you've earned enough favor,
You know what's so ironic? When they introduced missions into League, especially for the Battle Pass, they said, yeah, we don't want missions to just be play X number of games. They said they didn't want it to be simple, and they literally had to force it to be simple because people complained. It was not too hard, but too annoying.
you'll get a literal
People don't know what they want sometimes, man.
reward from each spirit, like a nice, firm handshake.
Oh yeah, all right.
Oh, what about a kiss?
The courtyard is unlocked after you complete the beat 'em up metagame,
Oh,
and just like last time, it does require League gameplay to progress.
I'm fine with that.
Now, we know that visual novels and relationship-based games
Aren't
might
everyone's
not
cup
be
of
everyone's
tea.
cup of tea,
I fucking knew he was gonna say that.
and that's fine. In general, we want to continue to experiment with these metagames, so we'll keep
Listen, you can't please everyone, and listen, if this season you don't like what's here, maybe next season you will. Perfectly fine.
trying different cadences, genres, and styles
Yes.
to make sure we're creating something for everyone over
Yes.
time. With that, I'll hand it over to
Yes.
Matt and Drew to talk about griefing and inting.
Okay, so before Matt and Drew talk about this, oh, is that Froxon? Freaking, oh my god, this guy on the right is so funny looking to me. I don't know why. Not in a bad way, but in like a funny way. But either way, one thing I will say, and I've said this for a while, again, in my patch notes videos, they have taken such a heavy-handed approach. Like, I'm talking extremely heavy-handed. Like, they don't play around anymore. You call someone a stupid head, you might get banned, which is crazy to me. This is where in my entire history of League of Legends, I think I've been warned only like 2 or 3 times, like, hey, don't be like a bitch, don't be toxic. I've never gotten banned, I've never gotten chat restricted, nothing. One of those 3 happened decently recently within like the past month or 2. And I'm very careful with what I say. And even then, even when my anger flares up, I'm careful. And I was like, damn, they even told me a warning. I'm like, that's crazy. So this is where I don't know what more they could do. Obviously, they could keep improving. It's like crime. You will never get crime to 0. You want to get it as low as you possibly can. It's an impossible thing to fully solve, but you can always keep improving. It's like you can get infinite improvement, but you can never solve the problem. I don't know what the fuck else they're going to do, and I always say there's a fine, very careful, very delicate line that they might pass one day where they're getting too punitive, too restrictive, and the game becomes more of like Big Brother watching over you. Hey, don't say any bad words.
Hey everyone,
I don't know when we're gonna reach that point. If we're there yet, I really don't know.
I'm Riot Froxon.
It is
Just a
Froxon.
capybara.
Hey,
As a recap, in the
capybara!
last dev update, we announced we are updating our systems to better detect and penalize disruptive behaviors like inting and griefing.
Yeah, this guy's watching you. He's watching if you int.
So this time, we're back to let you know how this update went.
One of the biggest things they do is they now like put the person on blast. Like, yeah, you reported this guy. Yeah, guess what? He got banned. In the past, they wouldn't tell you. Like, they would tell you eventually, like, oh yeah, someone got banned that you reported, but they would never tell you who. Now they tell you who. Now they like look for vindication.
When we rolled this out, it was really important to us to not punish low-skill players.
Oh, he pointed towards himself. I find that completely hilarious, by the way. It is completely hilarious to me when they zoom in on it, but they don't make a big deal of it. I don't know why. That tickles my fucking pickle.
Their play is sometimes hard to distinguish from players who intentionally lose in higher skill games.
It's so hard for an AI to detect this, even though now AI is getting crazy. I'm not gonna lie. But, maybe we're I don't think we're there yet, but it is very obvious most of the time to a real intelligent person who actually has a brain when someone is inting and when they're not.
So we were
Relatively.
a bit conservative with our rollout.
To date, the detections have a 99.95% accuracy rate.
That's like fucking hand sanitizer.
Given this success, we're continuing to invest in the system's capabilities.
Nice.
We'll also start holding higher skill games to a higher standard.
Damn fucking straight. Those people should know better. It's how we should treat the fucking rich, to be honest, right? The rich aren't dumb unless it's their kids. This is where they should be held to a higher standard. They should know this shit. I don't blame poor people for not knowing shit. They don't know what the fuck's going on. They're just trying to scrape by, especially in New York here. Rich people should know better. Higher skilled players should definitely know better. Punish them harder, because they actually care too.
Since we know diamond players don't ghost back to lane like iron players might.
Ah,
So we'll start punishing more aggressively in those instances.
damn.
Additionally, we're significantly increasing penalties for repeated levers and toxic keyboard warriors.
Ooh, one of my friends is gonna have a bad time.
We've also seen a lot of your feedback on things that you felt were missing,
Oh?
like spamming Trundle Pillar or Nivea Wall or trolling TK ults on your teammates.
Tom Kench for all those who don't know.
So we've increased our detections to help identify those more accurately.
Okay,
At the time of
wow.
recording, we're targeting these changes to go live with patch 25.11.
I honestly don't even know what we're in. Are we in 25.10? I don't know.
Beyond this, we're also revising our current approach on ranked restrictions.
Oh shit.
We've found that while ranked restrictions work in most cases, there are some players who get through their restriction games by ruining norms or swift play, which just sucks, and it isn't okay. While this percentage is low, we just don't think this behavior has any.
So didn't they make it where you have to win the games to get back into ranked? At that point, how the fuck are they ruining it if they have to win? Are they just carrying and BMing the shit out of everyone?
Place in the game. So we'll be punishing ranked offenders with aggressive Q delays.
Damn.
There's also one more change we're working on, but wanted to get your thoughts on before implementing.
Okay.
We're looking at adding a new feature to automatically terminate games
What?
if egregious game-ruining behavior is detected.
Okay, that's actually crazy. That is something I didn't think they would do. Wow. If someone is inting, you have the option to end the game early. Just literally end it. Because we're talking pre-10 minutes here. There's no way. Because most of the time, these people won't stop. If they're willing to do it in the beginning, it's kind of like in torture. And don't ask me how I know this. It's kind of like in torture. If a person, you cut off their, like, finger or you pull out their nail and they don't crack and they don't, like, you know, spill the beans, they're not going to spill the beans for the rest. They're too hard. So it's like, it's the same thing with inters in my mind. If they're already running it down for, like, 6-7 minutes straight, they're not going to stop. And sadly, I've seen games won even with inters like that where they legitimately run it down. It's actually fucking crazy.
This means 9 people won't have to have their time wasted by a single player intent on.
And you know what's crazy? It's not even 9 people wasting their time, because I'm sure the winning team, barring psychos like me who actually want good games, not just free wins, you know, I'm sure most people don't mind that on the enemy team. They just don't want it on their team.
Trolling. Similar to how Vanguard currently works for cheaters.
Vanguard, that was the name. Also, hi Slayer, hi, thank you for the emotes, hi.
We also wanted to take a moment to acknowledge some feedback we've seen on the honor system.
The honor system takes way too long.
We know it's frustrating to see that you're about to be demoted when you haven't changed how you play or how you interact with other players. This is due to some under-the-hood changes we made to the system back in patch 25.04.
Damn.
Since we released these changes, we changed how honor is evaluated in a way that doesn't line up with your expectations.
Okay.
So we'll be looking to iterate and improve on the experience in the coming months.
What the fuck does that
While
mean?
we're working on these improvements, nothing will change with Hextech chest distribution today.
Oh, why do they say today specifically?
But as we mentioned when chests returned, we still fully intend on having some only earnable through higher honor levels in the future.
Which for right now is only 2, and I think it's okay.
But we have to get the system right before doing that.
Okay, I think that's fine.
We know having positive players in your games is something all of us care a lot
Sure, yeah, sure.
about. So expect to hear more from us about honor in a future dev update later this year.
Later this
Until
year,
then,
damn.
thanks for staying positive.
Oh, you're
And
welcome.
if you're not, prepare to be eliminated.
Okay, that was cringe.
And just around the corner, we have MSI that starts on June 27th. This year, we'll be bringing pick'ems to MSI for the first time ever.
I love Pabro. I don't know why. He's just like in the corner doing his shit. I fucking love Pabro, man. He literally is a bro.
So make sure you do your research and lock in before the first
Lock the fuck in!
match.
Let's see if
Okay, I really gotta be careful. It's like I said, it's 1 a.m. I can't be screaming like this. I'm just getting so excited. You know, League doesn't rustle my jimmies like it used to, but there's little tickles it does, where it's like, oh, we have a new traditional ADC. ARAM is getting arguably one of the biggest updates it's had to date. There was some decently big ones in the past year or two, though. I will admit that. But, you know, we're getting a lot of good parts. And again, I don't know about the Inters Griefers thing. I still like it. I think people should be punished, and higher skilled people should be held to a higher standard, because they're the more problematic ones, believe it or not. Look at the fucking story of Tyler 1. But this is really nice.
Someone will finally submit a perfect bracket, which won't be me.
We're also excited
It shouldn't even be them. They work at Riot. They shouldn't count. They make enough money.
to test out a new way to celebrate the team that wins MSI this year. The week after the final match, we'll be putting the skins that the winning team used during the finals on sale.
Oh, that's actually really cool.
We'll create a bundle for each role that contains the skins used with an even deeper discount.
Damn. Okay, free way to earn money from them. Cool.
For example, the top lane bundle.
Huh.
So let's hope that we go to a full 5 games for maximum skins.
Honestly, yeah. I'm not going to get into the conspiracy that the pro scene is rigged.
Check out patch notes for more details.
Excited for that, Brett.
Oh,
And last,
what is he doing? Why is he on his knees?
been a minute.
Oh, he's sitting down. Wait, what
I'm
is he
here to
doing?
address Victor Nation.
Wait, what?
We've been quiet, but it doesn't mean we weren't listening.
Huh?
So I'm happy to announce to you all that we'll be doing a throwback skin
Wait,
in
what?
the style of Victor's original look because we know it means a lot to so many people. Now look, we don't have a name yet, but maybe Victor?
That is
I don't know.
crazy.
Let us know, Victor Nation. He'll be coming out later this year.
What?
And that's it for today. We'll be back in a few more weeks to talk more. Until then, thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the Rift.
I'm going to be honest. They really kind of cooked with this one. Holy shit. Holy goddamn shit. As an old man, it warms my cold, cold heart to see this shit. I am shocked. I am shook. I'm a little bit hard. And I like what I just saw. I'm shocked at the Victor thing, too. A lot of things are crazy here. Is it anything groundbreaking? No. Is it almost groundbreaking? Unless you're an ARAM player, or you really have traumatic experiences in chat and in League. That's why there's a mute all button. No, it's not. It's not even close to groundbreaking, but it is very significant. I'm very shocked by this shit. I'm hoping to dear God there's not stuff in here, right? Okay, there is one. Excuse me, and I guess we'll quickly just go through this. Dude, this looks beautiful. This map, light dark theme. I swear to God, one day they have to do a project one. They have to do an, I don't want to say Anima Squad because that's almost the same thing. They have to do project / Anima Squad, but the biggest one they have to do is Star Guardian. They can make one side the Star Guardians, the other side the Dark Star. Pay me, Riot. Pay me. No, but this actually looks beautiful. I like this. Is lovely. Wow. And you know it's gonna be out soon. Look at that. Dude, the ARAM card thing. You know, I'll even say, dude, look at fucking Victor, yo. You see, I'm really glad they listened and they're like, listen, we know people like the OG Victor. Here you go. I think people are going to be a little upset that, you know, canonically Victor is the new Victor. He looks new and they kind of threw out a lot of what made his old lore really cool. I can't really talk too much about this because I didn't see Arcane Season 2, but it is what it is. Either way, yeah, there's no way they're going to name him Thictor, but that'd be funny as shit. Either way, though, I thought that was Yunara for a second, but that's fucking Kiana. Oh my god. Anyway, though, this was an amazing dev update. This was one of the better ones I remember for a while, which is actually insane. And I said it, I called it, I knew it, I'm sad about it, but I knew that reaction was going to take like 30 fucking minutes, and here we are at like almost 45 minutes in. So I won't say too much more. Everything looks great. I'm very surprised. Tell me what y'all think, or not, but please watch me at Twitch TV / Tecnics channel, where I stream this shit live. Hope everyone enjoys. This is great, though. This is great. Very stiffy.